Hello everybody, AOG Gaming here, back with another video on Dislyte. This is mostly for Lilith Games, Dislyte the developers, because they wanted suggestions. Obviously, they made a Discord channel for that, but just something that is already in the game, and I wanted to see if it can be implemented somewhere else. So in Cube Miracle, if you've ever done Cube Miracle, which I'm assuming most people have, because it's a great way to get resources in the shop, the Cube Miracle shop, and then also get gold and get what is it called? Get equipment. And now that we have new equipment out, it's actually really useful because you can grind equipment that you aren't able to get because you don't have any new espers because you're not spending hundreds of dollars on the game and um, yeah, like that was pretty much it. You're not a pay to win person, so or pay to play. Um, so it's just something to make the game not specifically easier for everybody, but just like general overall more fun. Add like a different mechanic to the game, and it might need a lot of balancing because it will make characters more powerful, but also it'll just take a while to implement. So the balancing can be done while you're creating this process. So that'll be the first part, and then after that will be just a video of how it could work. And then this would obviously only really be, I guess you could make it available for all characters. Um, but like I don't know if it should be available for all kinds. So what I'm thinking of is like exclusive equipment, exclusive upgrades, and they're exclusive to the hero. And I believe only legendary heroes should get them for now. Which I know kind of makes it more of a cash grab, but I feel like some epic heroes are just way better than legendaries, and it's really diminishing their value. If they don't want to like keep balancing espers over and over again, just for them to keep up with the meta, because there's a few espers. So like Ophelia's good, but they still need a balancer. Jane Jilu needs a balance. I would say Ares needs a balance as well. um just like characters that were very good but now like you can just use other characters, it makes them a lot less useful and then they become kind of a waste on your account. So yeah, I just feel like they should add this mechanic to the game. Basically each legendary hero gets something, and I want it to be lore specific. So Leon can get like a conch shell, and you do have to upgrade this so they can add new content. And I think they should do what they so for the celestial anomaly we had a lot of extra like currency after we upgraded our divine celestial anomaly abilities that we were able to use against the bosses and those messengers. So they should bring that back, and we had a lot left over, and it'll restart so then you can redo it. So I think what they should do is let players have that saved up material, because you're going to get more anyway when they if well, what they should do is they just restart the celestial anomaly every cycle, so it's continuous permanent content, and it restarts every whatever the 20, was it like 9 weeks, whatever the week, however long it was, basically restarts exactly right afterwards. It would give players a lot more to do, especially for late game, end game, for me, other players. And it would also give players the ability to well, you could add resos, like you could add a separate celestial anomaly shop, um and just have that shop use the currency, and then you buy well, I guess you could do ripples. You could do like 5 ripples for each hero, and these ripples aren't for the heroes but specifically for the equipment. So you get 50 of them, because we shouldn't increase it to 200 or anything. Don't try and like scam us with this, because it's just going to be really annoying if it's another cash cow. It'd be cool if it's a thing you can grind and then unlock for all your heroes. Um, Even Idle Awakening, which is 100% a pay to play game. I've pretty much grinded and it's been fine. Like I've been able to grind pretty well, and I was able to get all of those exclusive upgrades and equipment on my characters maxed. Well, not maxed out, but basically 80% of the way there. So it was really good. So the way they can implement this, so that this is my idea, is they have runes and you don't really see them outside of the cube miracle, which is why I'm in the cube miracle. So if you were wondering why we were in the cube miracle while we were speaking, this is specifically why. The reason I say this is because runes basically help you in any late game content, and it's really helpful. And I think this would be go really well. So you don't have to release it for early players. It can just be on the character, but it's locked until they get like the ripples or whatever. And it can be for Celestial Anomaly, which is fun because you really don't need the characters are powerful enough. Honestly, they're like legendaries are insanely powerful. Once you get to like Purgatory, chapter 12-12 or whatever the max level is. Once you beat that 12-16, whatever the last chapter is, before hell mode, you can unlock Celestial Anomaly like it happened, which is sucks that they made that a thing and then took it away. Like they should have made it permanent because now it basically meant, oh, if you're not past a certain level, you don't get this content and you never will because it'll be gone before you can even pass this story mode. So it did give them a lot of chance, but even if you were able to unlock it during Celestial Anomaly event, you did not have as much time as everyone else to max out those abilities, get rewards, and climb the floors. So I just think they should have made it permanent. They should have had more uses for currencies, and they should give you more rewards for those floors because it took literally minutes, even with all those divine abilities. It took like 30 minutes just to clear a floor, and I was just thinking to myself like, why am I wasting my time and battery just to do this? Like, yeah, I could leave it off to the side, but then I'm not able to use my phone because I have to wait for that battle to end. And it took so long, and you can't close it out like you can some things. You couldn't blitz it, so they need to design it better and make it permanent, and then cycle some espers. So Yamato was good to cycle as an Esper. A lot of people are sleeping on him, but the thing is, you can use him with Australia's set, and if you're able to proc off that, I know it's an RNG set, but it's pretty easy to proc off of it. Basically, you get both of his abilities up, so you get to do that crit and do that AoE attack. You do have to build him with a lot. He's very stat heavy, so he's not good for anybody unless you're late game. Um, and the only good thing he's in tower content and some of the more PVE stuff because he can give your 35% speed lead and it's really good, but that's his only saving grace. Everything else about him is kind of bad. So yeah, um, but if they want to make him stronger without like changing his abilities too much, because I think he works fine, but like Gaius is a thing in the game and he's a lot better. Like Yamato was supposed to be like a support version, kind of, but Gaius already does that, and he does so much more damage. So I think Yamato they need to give him a lot more attack, just like base attack, um, and then give him this ability thing that I was talking about. So this exclusive upgrade, exclusive equipment. So it could have certain things like runes. Obviously, you shouldn't. It shouldn't be as strong as the runes because they're pretty much like team wide, so they're very powerful. I mean, they could work, but they kind of make your team just like insanely powerful. So if this was available, if you want to make it available for PVE, like for every content, it'd be kind of hard to make it not broken. Like it would literally just be busted, and you would have to have very specific gear in order to beat specific comps, and it would just be it's already a shit show. Excuse me for swearing. In Point War and just in contents where you're fighting against other players because it's all about speed, like literally the speed, resist, and accuracy. Because attack and HP, like everyone knows how to build that in crit rate and crit damage. So really, the one with the highest speed gets to take the turn first. So that's the first thing. The highest speed will always attack first. I mean, that should be the case, but it's really annoying when it comes down to pieces because late game players will only will have the high speed. So as long as they're higher level, they will always have the higher speed, which is kind of fair, but it also sucks for people like me who, those players could be less skilled, not calling anybody out, but they could be just a hypothetical and I could be fighting them, but I can't win just because of the speed being better. That's it. um because after that it's not really a skill issue because everyone knows how to build the characters. You just kind of copy everyone else. and you can just watch videos on YouTube and learn pretty much how you should build characters. It's pretty simple. And you can just look at the character themselves. It's pretty simple to know how to build them, and there's a lot of things in the game that help you know how to build them. Um, but it still is hard for a lot of average players, speaking as an average player myself, because you now have to do this whole research project on each character, learning how they work. And yeah, you wouldn't do that if you don't like the game. So people could just say, "Well, that sucks. You just shouldn't play the game if you don't like it." I do, but it becomes basically a job just to do the game itself, which is fine when I'm recording videos. But like I'm not making any money off of this, so I literally won't be able to survive if I if I don't work and not make videos on that time that I'm able to make money. So it's just something that sucks because I have to take so much time out of my day. And it's not just a personal thing. Like people just like working normally, they're not going to want to play the game for 30 minutes an hour. I mean, I'm okay with doing that, but some people don't. Just because it's very time consuming. So it could help you speed stuff up a little bit more. I know speed cleave is the meta, but maybe this will just speed up things in general with every character. So you could give like I don't know, Unas is the wind god character, so you could give him the rune of agility, and instead of calling it the rune of agility, you should call it I don't know, I forgot his wife's name. He had a sweetheart or whatever. I don't know if they ever got married, but you can see it in his animation. It's the ghost behind him. But yeah, maybe it could be like one of her accessories or something, and it's like just this her name apostrophe as accessory, obviously, and it would increase the speed of allies by 25%. And then when you get enough resos, you get extra abilities. As these are become legendary runes. But I think they should be more than just like a few sentences because I feel like it should be a little bit more. Well, it can be like the runes, but I feel like that's lazy. Like as the Lilith Games knows, everyone hates lazy content. So I feel like it should be a little bit tweaked where um, increases the speed of ally by 20% at the start of combat. And when you get him to Rezo 3, it'll be like limits the enemy speed from surpassing that of the ally with the highest speed, which I know is going to be really broken. But um, if you have Pan, then you give your team automatically 20% speed at the start of the match. So they have to see how they balance it. But a lot of characters can counter that if Shu had that, but it's just something cool to have on him. Because he doesn't naturally buff at the beginning of battle. I don't think so. As long as the resos go, I don't know. But at R0 he doesn't. So and then just a passive increase of 20% before you get him to high enough resonance would be insanely good. So yeah, I'm gonna do gameplay in about 2 minutes, but just an example. Rune of Tyranny. So who I think this should be put on is either Brewster or Jang Jilu, just because single target attacks. Um, it could also be an effect that is on multiple espers, and just the extra effect is more unique to that esper. So like for example, Jing Jilu will be like when you max it out, it's like increases his demon mode up to 4 turns now. So now he's a lot better. And now you don't have to balance him because 4 turns I think would be insanely good. Or you could do it 3 turns because I think 4 turns might be a little broken. But it's more specific to him. And then another character can have the same ability, like Brewster can still have this ability, single target, and his exclusive upgrade. I want to be specific. Exclusive upgrade, exclusive equipment, whatever you want to call it. Or his mythical item or whatever you want to call it. So it could be his gun. That's his mythical item. Like it could be that simple. It's not super lazy. You already have it in the game. Um but it would require you to do a lot of balancing. That's pretty much it. But you have all of the abilities. It just comes from runes because really the runes are pretty balanced themselves. It's just when you culminate them all together, they get a little broken. So you will have to check out for that. But that's pretty much it. Um, and then obviously some runes will be broken. So this one will be broken if it's exactly that, especially the ultimate, the legendary version of it. Because if Unas has that, then he'll just become meta. Because now he will basically make it so that your team will always take the turn, no matter what, even if the enemy team has higher speed, which is just disgusting. because now you don't have to build your team based on speed. You can build him just insanely pure attack, and then you have a few AP swappers like what's her name, TA or Apollo Lucas, um, and then you just take a turn before the enemy team. Your entire team does, and then you have some control. With the Polo and TA, you stun them. They take their turn. They don't do anything, and then you can continue destroying them before they even are able to hit you at all. It's just ridiculous. So I think this would be a little bit broken on Unis and just in any character in general, but it could be an idea just in the works. So yeah, now we're gonna do the gameplay just to show you like it works. It's different how it works because any rune, the runes work on all characters, and it's really up to chance how you get them. This is the most broken one in the game because content is all about speed, especially when it comes to towers. They outspeed you. Lilith Games basically makes them outspeed you, so you have to grind certain content to get like Ritual Miracle specifically, but just grind a lot of different content to get specific gear that has a lot of speed, just so you can outspeed everything and ensure that your team is able to speed clear because the enemy team has outrageous attacks, so you just die instantly, and it just makes it impossible to win unless the enemy team does not take a single turn or like maybe one turn, but it can't be a damage dealer and it can't be their ultimate specifically. Um, and then control the team and then kill them before they're able to actually do anything significant. So yeah, Rune of the Conqueror. So I don't know about this one. That's another thing I want to talk about because elemental advantage when fighting against enemies of the same class I think is great, um, but you have to see because in PvP it might just destroy some some comps. But if it's only applicable, see, this is what I'm saying. So if these runes are only applicable to the character because that's their exclusive equipment, then it'd be much more balanced. But it would be well, it might be more useful. So actually, I think you should do that. So it would be really broken. And then Rune of Retrospect is really broken. But if it's only on one character, so like Drew, or you could give it to what's his name, uh, Ares, because when he basically gains an extra turn when he crits, and then he can basically use two of his abilities, and if he gets that kill confirm, he gets a cooldown reduce, which is really good. Um, so yeah, just things like that. All right, well now we'll get straight into it, and I'll show you how broken the speed rune is. So these characters are obviously faster than me, 296 speed, and my TA, even with the speed lead, only has 213. So what this rune does, the speed rune does, especially when you get it to legendary, it doesn't really matter because it only gives you 25 speed. So it doesn't matter in its base form. But in its ultimate mode, so I go first. That's it. And yeah, I have some basic attack support, so that's going to happen. And all you really need to do is bring some AP control and damage. So I also have, what's his name? Uh, oh my god, this team is the RNG is just ridiculous here right now. It's screwing us over so bad. Um, but yeah, yeah, because now we get this. Oh, we didn't get stunned. Nice, that's fine. So yeah, you really just need speed lead. Ooh, I should put this up a little bit. So speed lead, and then my team is mostly. I know I have some support, but Kong Ji, I made him have a lot of defense, so he's gonna deal a lot. Yeah, 8K on his. Yeah, it's basically the same as Ashley, because she has 4,000 attack, so it's like the reverse kind of. But yeah, basically over because Alice is not gonna do much, and at least not by herself. So very powerful. Um, yeah, and I had no healers, so it just goes to show that the game has become all speed cleave, literally all content. So now let's go to the boss, and then I'll show you again. Um, so yeah, I think they should add that because they would make the game a little bit more balanced. I think it definitely would because there's still a lot of things that are a little bit unbalanced. in the terms of it's unfair to the player and it favors the developers because now you have to pay more money. So just another way to make it the game less pay to win because it like 1,000% is. It 1,000% is. At the beginning, it's not, but later on, you want to do anything on your account other than like snail pace crawl, you need to cough up some money. That's pretty much it. Okay, good. Okay, so we might get controlled here, but we killed one character, so that's we killed two now. That's fine. Okay, we're still doing fine. Uh, so yeah, Ashley does a lot on an AP team because she will just provide that just enough AP to make the enemy team, just completely incapacitated the entire time, or just not taking a turn. So really powerful. I guess you can call it AP speed control. Or, well, speed cleave you need some control unless you have like Gaius, which you can just give him all the attack in the world and call it a day. I like to have a little bit more strategy and less brute force, but I build my characters to be more well rounded, but they're more specific to each of their types. So that was 8. So hopefully they have more levels for Cube Miracle. But I got some good gear. I think I got some equipment for my Camille, so I can start pushing Andras again when I get eventually when I get Hypnos. But first I'm gonna use assist characters. And yeah, I finally got my legendary. Like at 11 draws, so still the shittiest draws on the planet. But as soon as I say that, it gives me a good draw because it's like, oh no, we're gonna make you seem like a liar because whatever. So I got Ollie. Now I have him at R2, which is really good because now his invincibility and recovery last 2 turns. And now he's the next Esper I'm gonna pour all of my Abilamons into because R2 basically 5 turn cooldown with Ocean Set basically guarantees you're always gonna have invincibility and recovery up for at least one character when you get nuked and one of them dies. So yeah, that's really good. And I mean, yeah, like right now I'm focused on Camille because I have some Wukong maxed out. I have Elaine maxed out because I did get her to R3. And eventually, once I get her to R4, she's gonna be an insane damage dealer because she's gonna gain a lot of crit damage, and it's available in subsequent rounds. That's what she does, and she cycles her skills very fast, especially with Ocean Set, because it's literally 4 turn cooldown. Sorry, on her ultimate and 3 turn on her second, but with Ocean, that's like nothing. 5 turns is like okay, but 3 turns, 4 turns, you can pretty much just guarantee that you're using at least one S3 or S2 every turn, and then maybe a basic here and there. So yeah, that's the character I'm gonna max out. But yeah, that's something that they should do. So yeah, actually we didn't go to Camille. Sorry, my bad. So we go to not Thunder but Relief. Okay, so we didn't get anything there, but we did get. Oh, we got a new. It gives you less speed and less attack. Yeah, I don't think that's good because the attack bonus is ridiculous on the relief set. So that's a good attack bonus I got, and it does give me speed and crit. Yeah, I just can't give that piece up. So I'm gonna have to wait a little bit more, but that sucks. But oh yeah, that sucks. But it's fine. Camille's has enough resonance that she makes up for it in her passive stats, so it's fine. But yeah, I think that might do it for this video. I really just wanted to show you guys something I think Lilith Games should implement just to fix the game. I think they should give everybody a legendary Esper for free just because they screwed us over in the last 3 updates, and the game has really just slowly. It's getting downhill for me. I don't know about most people, but you get to like 70 level 70 and above, and it is just I was talking about level 67 and above or 65 and above was a snail's pace. This is worse. This is so slow. I basically blitz, do a few battles, collect some stamina, use it up, and then I do nothing. Like it it's such a boring cycle. It makes me almost not want to play. Like the only real reason I'm grinding is so that I can try and push some content and get new espers because they're really cool. So I'm trying to get Hilda, but that's a really long grind because again, getting legendary espers is a pay to get thing, or you just have to grind for years, or well, in my case, a weeks. You have to grind weeks just to get a legendary esper, which is a lot. It's a lot, and it's not just like grinding a little bit. It's like a lot. So yeah, but yeah, they keep releasing esper mommies, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's a thing. Okay, let's collect this. So yeah, that'd be really cool to do. Let's see if I can show you guys. Actually, I think it reset, right? Because I'll just do a few battles here if I can. So we go to 11. Hey, it reset. Okay, cool. So now we have to give all of their sets back. So first, let's give you back. So we need them less than to have less crit rate. Remember, than 50%, because that's how much Andras has, and he's gonna murder us if we have more crit rate. 10%. So you have 10. So 38 in total. That's fine. As long as it's not more. 38 and then 58. Nope, that's not gonna work. 38, 48. Yep, that's not gonna work. Come on. That has crit damage, so that might be fine. Nope, too much crit rate. That sucks. And then what is here? Some speed and HP. If we can give you attack, that would be nice. Well, I guess this one. Okay, let's just go with this because it gives you some HP as well. So at least you'll be tankier. All right, that's fine. Camille does not need a lot. She just needs that so she can spam her basic ability like crazy. And then Jia 2, I need to give her back her Ocean set. Ocean. And I've really just been out of gold because I've been spending so much. Okay, yeah, HP and accuracy, defense. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect piece. Perfect. She has 100% accuracy. That doesn't really matter, but because she's not a debuffer, so it doesn't matter. And then obviously we have to give you. Well, you have a lot of crit rate. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, see, so if I give her this, she has 55% crit rate. That's not good. So this caps you out at 50, and I think that's perfect. So actually, let's do that. So 50 is fine. It still works with Andras, but it's really annoying. So I'll give you crit damage as well. Because she's gonna use her basic ability on her first, on her S3, on her S2, on her S1, and then Avatar. So she's gonna be using a lot of basic skills. So yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. It's a fine. It's a good enough team. And then we'll use. Yeah, we'll use Dimblubs because 12 is gonna be harder. So we'll do this first. And you don't want it on you want it on manual because you want to control Hilda. You want to use her second, not her ultimate. So here we go. Come on, come on, come on. It's taking forever to load. That's really annoying. Okay. Oh, okay. I barely just made it. Okay, so we use her second skill. Um, and then Camille, you can use her third. It's fine. And then now we just kind of use Camille because Camille's gonna do a lot of procking. So just keep that in mind. And it's fine if we take some damage because we'll just heal it again. So Hilda has her second skill up again. You only need a 2-turn cooldown, so that's fine. Put everyone to sleep. And then we'll just actually, can we extend the debuff sleep? Nope. Okay, well that was a mistake. That's fine. We'll deal enough damage anyway. Okay, so we put you back to sleep. Hopefully, nope. So we'll decrease your AP then, and then we'll use this second skill, and then now we kind of just have to use basics, and then hopefully this puts you to sleep. Okay. Oh god damn it. So sometimes Camille procs when you don't want her to, and it's really goddamn annoying. But it is what it is. Sleep. Oh my God, Camille, stop proc. She's not gonna proc it all at the boss. Watch, it's gonna be some stupid shit like this. I really hate how Lilith Games makes the stupid procking chances. It really just is against the player every single time. It's never for you. Okay, we didn't lose that much health, which is fine. This is why we have Hades set. Of course, you're procking. Of course, you're procking. I hope you proc a lot because if you don't, I'm gonna call BS Lilith Games because that is BS. I get like no procs on the boss, which is just dumbassery. Okay, so we use your ultimate, and we can really just let the AI do its thing now. So it doesn't really matter if we tank the first attacks without Jiatu's protective bubble, because we'll just be doing enough damage anyway. And then we'll at least tank the boss's hit with that, so we'll heal whatever that is. And then as you can see, we have Seer, and hopefully, well, so far the proc hasn't happened because, the stupidity of how the boss works. And Lilith Games just fucking everything up. I'm being serious. I'm sorry for swearing. So he's just resistant to everything. And this is the problem with most bosses in the game. They are just so resistant to everything, it makes you need to have certain espers. And it's just bullshit. Because it turns off 90% of strategies in the game. Um, so yeah, they just need to fix that. But as you can see, there's 4 seers, and I believe that increases the damage up by 100, right? If I'm not mistaken. Because they're my espers are dealing some decent damage here, so yeah, and then he's only on bar 3, but that's fine because he has 4 seers. He has a lot of poisons. This is what I mean. You only need Hilda. You don't need a lot of poison on your team. I don't understand why people are saying that you need a lot of poison. It really just makes it go so long because you don't get a lot of damage from poison or bleed. So seer, bleed, poison, and speed down. That's really what I like to have on the boss. And you need to have him debuff. So Zora is really there just to, like I said, I explained in my last video, to keep it up. But yeah, this is a kind of continuation of the last video, but it's just to show you some gameplay of Andras as well. And then this will be at the end. I forgot to mention that though. Okay, so now he has 17% health. So we killed him. He did this GG here. Yep, GG right there. Perfect. So yeah, it Zora is really broken because she can proc a lot of attacks, and it doesn't really matter. 50%, 50% crit rate is good enough for most characters, especially when they're going to be attacking a lot because that increases your chances of procking. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so we did 11, so now we go to 12, but we're not going to be able to clear it without um what's her name? Zudokai's, because Zudokai's is a little bit stronger. So here we go. So we still got to do the same thing, turn off the AI, and then continue. Ooh, okay, just barely. Because it just spawned instantly. Okay, so we do the same thing that we did. Second, then third on Camille. Um, and then I was going to use her second, but that's fine. We'll just use her basic. And then, yeah, we use basic again, because that'll kill the first character. And then we kill the second one. Or at least put him to sleep. Actually, we can probably do it to them both. Okay, well, Camille will kill that character. That's fine. You don't want to kill them too quickly because you want to have a chance for your abilities to come back. Because if they don't, then good luck. So AoE sleep again. It doesn't really matter when Hilda goes first, but whatever. Um, and then yeah, so we're not gonna proc on you, so we'll go on a different person. And then we'll reduce the AP of you, which won't do anything apparently. But oh, I forgot. You're gonna use your keen edge anyway, so it doesn't matter what we do. Okay, so I'm gonna use your second skill just to give everyone recovery and defense. I didn't use that last battle, but it's fine if you use it on manual because you know you're gonna get that ability up anyway, even with all of the damage. Okay, we're killing really fast though, so I don't know. Thing is, you don't want to die. And Jiao2 usually has enough on her basic, but it's only a little bit. Okay, so we're doing fine so far. Okay, so everyone is good except for Abigail. So I need her to get her ultimate up. Okay, that's fine. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Sorry, her second skill up. So we're fine here. We can just use our basic, and then we'll just recover all of the health anyway. Um, Either through Zora attacking or my other Espers, specifically Jiao2 giving recovery, which is so nice. All right, there we go. Okay, so now it's the boss, obviously. So you target the boss, and then you just go and you let it run. Because it's such a consistent team that I don't understand. People are sleeping on Camille, and Zora is just a really good debuffer in general. And she'll use her basic skill a lot, which it doesn't matter because she's pursuing, so it's not an assist, so it's a little different. And then apparently the boss has a lot more speed in this. So, the bullshit that Lilith Games is doing. So that's what I'm saying. Um, they basically made the game a lot freaking harder, and they give the boss so much, especially in the later game rounds. Like, they give you no speed equipment, and then they expect you to beat speed. So it's just so stupid. Like, y'all are gonna really play that retarded ass game with us. Excuse me for swearing again, but nobody can win. It's so stupid because all of speed, and it's just because the boss has more speed now. So I'm fine because of Okay, yeah. Well, there goes that, and then he's gonna attack, but we do have the dream bubble up, so we should be fine. Hopefully. Oh, that's right. It went off. Obviously, at the wrong time. Perfect. Perfect. We need a little bit more healing, but I think we should be fine. And you can't stun the enemies, which is really annoying. Oh, okay, I think my Camille's dead here. That's really annoying. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So we weren't able to do it. That's bullshit. Straight bullshit. Yeah, because he has a full bar, so that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Oh, whoa. Okay, he took a lot of damage though. Oh, okay, we somehow beat it. Holy cow. Oh, so it makes sense. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense that they'd be cruel, sadistic, you know, a-holes, Lilith Games. I'm not apologizing for saying that because, of course, they're making Ritual 12, which is what you need to get the best equipment of that boss. So difficulty 12. You need to beat that just to fuse equipment. So they're not being sneaky whatsoever. Well, people haven't mentioned it, but they're being really sneaky in the fact that they're making it. Oh yeah, we're gonna make 12 the hardest by increasing the speed. So now you need to rely on speed more. And it sucks because now I think this comp might be compromised just because of that. So we'll see, but I mean, so far it's been fine. But it's really just the boss has more speed, so now I have to center around speed. And then what's the point of playing the game if I'm just focusing on speed? Like, it's not fun. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, this is just to show you guys a really strong. I mean, it's still really strong. I think my stats aren't that great, and obviously my Camille is really weak. So if I had her stats a little bit better, she. Well, anyway, only two characters survive, but that's fine. Thank you guys for watching. As always, AOG Gaming here. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. Really shows your support, helps me out, keeps you up to date with my content. 106 subscribers last time I checked, so you guys are amazing. Keep going. And yeah, so she's really broken. Who am I talking about? Hypnos. Just get her. I know people are saying don't. So I say yes. Wait for the patch updates, but if it's pretty much the same, get her because you're gonna need her. I mean, she's really the only Esper you need for poison. Otherwise, you need more support on the poison side. Anyway, thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys later.